Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to part 6, I think, of Let's Play Total Europa Universalis for Rights of Man as England. Now, I have missed a day, which I sorely apologise for, ladies and gentlemen. I just did not have the energy to even be bothered to record, which does not speak well for me, but oh well. So in the last part, we had vassalised Scotland, and we were dealing with Tyrone because further attack of Scotland. So we're going to beat the living shit out of Tyrone for even daring to be rude to our vassal. Scotland's going to be a bastard to inherit or even annex because of the fact that they've got basically a minus 200 just from aggressive expansion and annexation, or well, conquest. Now that's Clanrickdai. They aren't fucking nice. What we're going to do is we're just going to war reps them, force them to give up claims, and make them spit out Ulster. And give me whatever money remains. All that because I'm a cunt. And did you seriously just join the Lubeck trade? You fucking did. Because of course you did. Why the fuck not? Now, as a power, we basically have all. We don't have all, but we basically have all. With the de facto power in the British Isles now. Well, we were before, but now we are like the de facto. Like double de facto. That's just how fucking good we are. The French and the Burgundians have not bothered to fight yet. We are a just expansionist, so yeah, we need to get Norway taken. They have no rebellious desire, whereas the Swedish do. So at the moment, I just need to build up my fleets, build up my income, and we need to focus solely on, well, preparing ourselves for taking over Norway. Now, taking over Norway is going to be a bit of a ball ache because of the fact, well, a lot of people hate us at the moment, and we're not in the best position to move. And I apologise, ladies and gentlemen, that was my... Fuck! I have Facebook open in the background, apparently. That would be my best mate trying to tell me about something. So, 1 second. Just going to close that off. There we go. So, we can focus wholeheartedly on this, because obviously, like I said, I missed a day, therefore I need to focus wholeheartedly on this. Now, we could vassalise Clanrickdai just through that screen, but at the moment... yeah, so we can focus on... God damn it, I'm sorry, I'm split attention again. Let's continue paying attention. So we are actually annexing Kildare, which will probably piss off Scotland a whole lot more. Oh, shit. Oh, no. No, 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 no. This is exactly the opposite of what we wanted. Our bitch of a queen has taken over the Manila... Oh, she's malevolent, which pisses off my vassals more. Well, that's going to actually go down due to the fact that Kildare will be gone soon. And once Kildare's gone, well, it won't be the same again, so... yeah. Now, one of my vassal subscribers wants me to take Castile via personal union. Now, I did say that in EU3 this would be 10 times easier, as I know EU3 like the back of my hand. It's much easier. It's not much easier, it's probably more complicated, but it's simpler to me because of the years I've played it. Now, I will try, and if the opportunity arises, I will have a go at putting Castile into its place, but at the same time, it's going to be fucking hard. Even with all of, like, Ireland, Scotland, and maybe parts of America, it's going to be a ball ache. Same with France. Both of them are really not something that are typically very easy to do, and I really wouldn't recommend trying them. They're an effort. Especially if you're new to the game, I definitely would not recommend. I would recommend focusing on colonizing, on just getting the basics of the game down. Corruption is... Why the fuck is corruption? Oh, because we've got no debate. So I think the best thing to do would be to cheapen technology. And so we need to also focus on our institutions. We've got 137. Now, if I can raise that money quick, actually, what you know what we're going to do? We're going to not pay for our infantry, and we're going to raise the money to embrace this. Because the sooner we embrace this, the sooner we can move up the Great Power list again, because of the fact that we've not embraced it. Now, it makes complete sense not embracing it due to the fact that we are, honestly, miles away from the set start point. Start point being Milan, as you can see by the little face here, to show the Renaissance, where it's taking a while to get places. Now it's spreading in England relatively fast. It's doing its job. It's doing okay, but the Renaissance is definitely an advantage we would like, or at least I would like, sooner rather than later. Now that I've come on to understand these a bit more, because it's actually fucking us over tech-wise. So we really need to activate it, get that cheaper development, cheaper build cost, and it'll also leave my put my tech back to being the same right price again. So I'm not being fucked over for tech, because yeah, I don't want that. So we can embrace it now. There we go. Cheapens my tech again, and now we can actually tech, and like everything's fine. So we're going to tech. We're going to get workshops. We could do de facto, de facto, Colonial Act. I can't pronounce it, I do apologise, and I would definitely recommend it. It's definitely just a completely positive act. We could now get overseas exploration, but I would recommend going for the next tech as we kind of need it. Kildare is next 2 months and they'll be annexed. So that's good. That's definitely a very positive. I mean, the overseas. Let's have a look at our exploration chance at the moment, or not chance, but range. Our colonial range. Okay. Apparently, I don't have any. Okay. I must be looking at the wrong map. Oh, there's a great power map mode. That's a pretty badass map mode, I'm not gonna lie. So it's not under the. What the fuck is the? That is the colonial map mode. What the fuck? Oh, that's the colonial and trade regions map mode, which there wouldn't be because none of them are in sight at the moment. So that makes sense. What the fuck? Either I've got dumber or the colonial map mode isn't working as intended. No, it is. It is working as intended. Yeah, so it's easy. It's easier for the south to colonize than it is for us. That's why I want Iceland. So we're going to focus on getting Iceland after we have dealt with our vassals. It looks like Scotland's actually about to. Yep, Liberty Desire gone down completely, which is what we want. Now, how many troops are we over the limit? We're going to wait to the end of the month before we get rid of these armed men. Due to the fact that getting rid of them early is kind of a waste of time when you don't know how many you can keep. Right, so we can keep. Yeah, fuck it, just get rid of them. So I'd rather just build. Yeah, we can build 2 more cannons, which is going to be more important. Clergy demand land. Now, what do the clergy give this specific province? So we could just check. We're going under estate and checking. Clergy give local and rest modifier. No, sorry, they give a tax modifier. So I'm actually going to give them the center one because it actually will push up the tax for us, which is very good for us. So yeah, we need to do that. And we're actually going to get pike and shot as well because honestly, in my opinion, getting tech early is never a bad thing. But we do have unbalanced tech research now, which means we do need to get our Diplotech up as soon as possible. We're going to put our root out corruption on maximum. Now, colonialism cannot be started until 1500, so we've got 10 years until we can even start it. And it should, now, I'm emphasis on the should start with us. And we're going to make all of Ireland states, 2 few seats in Parliament. The game will sort out the Parliament system itself. I would recommend it because of the fact that I just don't understand it enough or care enough to really micromanage it to my liking. So they're allied with the Teutonic Order. The following options for peace are disabled, so yeah. Humiliating of a rival is kind of dumb because of the fact that it's literally just there to humiliate a rival. So if you have a rival who you have no intention of expanding to, which again I would call stupid, you can just humiliate the fuck out of them, which I would recommend humiliating them, but there's no reason to race rivals like that. So, right, so we need to causally get a reason to fight, which is we need to spy on Denmark and then build claims on... should be able to build claims on Orkney, Shetland, and I don't actually, maybe, no, we won't be able to. We need to integrate Scotland first, which... Or Scotland should have claims there. Yeah, they do. So we can actually... We should be able to declare war on, directly onto Norway, which will bring in Muscovy and Denmark themselves, along with Sweden. Sweden at the moment is actually... doesn't have any desire anymore. Also, unfortunately, we need to get rid of these ships, because the game's bitching at me, and I'd rather have trade ships at the moment. Not trade ships, fighting ships, as we need them to get places. Now, how many ships can I have? I can have 2. 2 ships should be enough, and I've just realised, ladies and gentlemen, that my audio is probably not working. It says it is, but at the same time, hopefully it is. Because of the fact that I have been messing about with the inside of my computer trying to do something with it, but it doesn't seem to have worked. But so, yeah, it was a wasted effort. But anyway, back to the more important stuff. Let's continue the building up of our country. If we can find anything at plus 0.2 or higher, these buildings will be more useful for us, or this building in particular. It looks like only Essex is currently better to build in than probably Essex and Yorkshire than building taxation buildings elsewhere. Because we still have 0.16s and 0.15s or 0.5, so we need to deal with them first, I think. But ever increasing your income is definitely a very valid and very wise strategy. There are better ways to do it, but honestly, this is the way I would do it. So, hence the reason I am doing it this way. So it looks like there's turmoil as usual in Europe. If we go onto the institutions map mode again, which I don't remember where I found the map mode. There it is. What's this? Invest in a bigger army. Yes. Still parts of our nation technically haven't actually embraced it in full, but that's just the game being a twat. So it looks like it doesn't want. It's not showing the next form of period yet, so that's good. They fucking haven't even got into feudalism, which is very poor of them. I feel sorry for them. Right. What's this? Court of the Star Chamber. I'll just take the stability, thank you. Stability is much more important. Now we can already get explorers, which I should have been exploiting a bit sooner. So let's... Right, so we need one more light ship. So I'm just going to actually build a light ship directly to the fleet. Not going to use that. Because as far as I'm concerned, this fleet does not need to return. It can just die. It's very worthwhile just letting your fleet die. The fleet's not important as you would think. We do not have a core anymore, apparently. It looks like our core faded. Oh well. Not really too fussed. Who declared war on who? Yeah, it's a Burgundian conquest of Liège. And it looks like Liège is winning because of the fact that fucking Austria is like, no, you don't. Is Austria back with the Emperor? Is that right? No, they must be allied to Liège then. We could be a complete and utter dickhead and just join in. I mean, I'm going to go for full colonialism and try to keep my land here, so I'm not really too fussed about that war. Nor do I have any intentions of butting into a war where I have no wants, no needs, nothing, no land that I really want too much. I very soon will want to get all of the ports in this region, especially Holland, Antwerp. Well, Holland and Antwerp, they're the two regions that I need the most because of the Rhine estuaries and the coastal centres of trade, which basically boost whoever's got them trade up fucking shit ton. Now, at the moment, I don't really have the spare aggressive expansion to do so. Nor do I really want to be fighting Burgundy, because Burgundy, their military, if I remember correctly, is still impressive. 20,000. That's just theirs. That's not including like all of the vassals, Brabant, Flanders, Holland, because they're still completely in the Union, and they've actually got 17 years to be split up, which this war could very well do. Which, if it does, it basically gives us the ability to take Holland and Antwerpen without feeling much remorse. Then again, not saying I would feel remorse anyway. And the debate failed, actually, because of the fact that I just didn't bother with it, which is not really a problem. So we're actually going to go for, again, the same one. And we're just going to leave it to do so. Now we can... Free heavy, and free heavies. So you're saying you need 6 ships, okay. Get the Primrose, Hope, and Grace Dayu to go and fucking do whatever they want. And Tyrone has embraced the Renaissance. 5 legitimacy for British production? Sure. So we can do the North Atlantic Sea or the West African Sea. We'll do the North Atlantic. That's more what we would want. Now we can do Renaissance Fort, which will give me another idea group, which will allow me to segue into military dominance. More likely quantity, just to give myself better manpower. But I might go for I might actually go for quality first this time, just to give my men, just to save my money on my troops and make them stronger, so I don't have to actually recruit as many. So we're actually going to do so. I'm actually going to go quality. Not something I normally do first. I normally worry about my manpower, but at the moment I feel as if we don't need to worry too much. We're going to get our manpower better. We now have the heavy combat ability, Royal Navy, which gives us heavy combat ship combat ability, sorry, and New Navy tradition. So something that's not too. I mean, the heavy ship combat ability is definitely useful, but the other I am not too fussed about. Apparently, we can actually do diplomatic. We can do the overseas exploration. Oh no, we lost a core in Armagnac. I'm honestly not fussed about that anymore. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to invest in this. Due to the fact that the sooner I can colonize, the better. Because Greenland might be in our range at this point. I'm going to say it's not. But there is always the option. There is always a chance. And if there's a chance, it's definitely something worth pursuing. So we're going to. That's Greenland. We should be able to reach it. Oh, there's a little fucking seal. So countries wish to hire condottieri, Trier, Verdun, and Utrecht. Oh, not all of them anymore. Looks like here we're getting a really strong support chance over here. We could just throw money at making them revolt, but I don't really think that's smart. What we are going to do is we're going to fund some manpower now. Now, London is a no-brainer, so doesn't look like Yorkshire's no-brainer for manpower. So anything with 500 plus is a no-brainer. Doing them everywhere is definitely smart, but at the same time, it's still worth checking. Now, how much are you making Scotland in money? You make 2.9. I am actually a bit upset by the fact that they made that much money. Now, hopefully, in 3 years, we'll actually get Elizabeth Lancaster on the throne, which is good. That's going to be very good, actually. It means we lose Malevolent, and she also gains her own amount of traits. She'll also gain like her 25-year traits, which will put her up to, I think, 40 years old by the time she gets to her 25 years on the throne trait. I don't know specifically, but I am guessing it is 40 years overall on the throne. So 15 years until she gets her starter trait, and the rest comes afterwards. Now, if we can hop to Greenland soon, instead of getting Norway, I probably will just leave Norway alone, other than getting the Shetlands. That's Threor and Orkney. The islands that Scotland rightfully owns. There's no point saying we, because the Scottish do not identify or believe themselves to be British. They are very angry, actually, if you say so, which is pretty entertaining to watch, I'm not going to lie. Portugal's finally embraced the Renaissance. Looks like what most great powers have. Explorer is ready, good. So we're going to explore. We're actually going to explore the North Atlantic coast now. So we're going to. This will be this region here. It should be only that region actually, as that's the only North Atlantic land we know of. We already know of the Azores, which is Portuguese. So there shouldn't be really too much in the way of discovering being done. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, we'll have to wait to the next part to find out what we discover. Hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next part. See you guys then.